This may not be the easiest side dish you can make, but it's possibly the best. It's so good it doesn't even have to be a side dish. Today, we're gonna be making some risotto, specifically some garlic parmesan risotto, and I'm gonna do it with some grilled chicken thighs today. So let's make some garlic parmesan risotto with some grilled chicken. We're gonna start off by marinating these boneless, skinless chicken thighs in Allegro Original Marinade. A lot of times I'll go for a Cajun chicken flavor profile with this, but to keep things simple, we're just gonna marinate this for about an hour or so. The first thing we're gonna do is dice this onion. We have half of one medium white onion, and we'll start by slicing it lengthways into little sections. Now we're gonna rotate the onion and slice it to give us our small pieces. We also have 2 very large cloves of garlic and about 5 sprigs of thyme. We're gonna mince one of those giant cloves and add it in with the onion. Do this the same way you cut the onion. Now we're gonna grab a stock pot and add in our chicken stock. This is gonna be where a lot of our flavor goes into the dish. We're gonna add that chicken stock to the pot with a lot of fresh cracked black pepper, all of that fresh thyme, a big clove of smashed garlic. Then we're gonna add in a touch of crushed red pepper. This is gonna add just a touch of heat. And by all means, please feel free to experiment with different flavor additions at this point. You can use different stocks and any different ingredients that are going to give you a different flavor profile. And a lot of times you can pair that with what the main course is. Now we're going to simmer this over low heat until we're finished cooking. To prep your chicken, remove it from the bag and pat it dry with a paper towel. Now we're going to season it, and I'm using a jalapeno-based chicken rub. But by all means, use any seasonings you like, but be sure to generously season both sides. Now we're going to start the risotto. We're starting off with a couple tablespoons of butter. We're going to melt that and add in the garlic and onion. We're going to cook this for a few minutes, just enough to soften it up. After that, add in your arborio rice, and I'm sure I'm butchering that pronunciation. I like to stir this up and let the rice sort of toast for just a minute or so. Then we're going to add in a splash of white wine. Add that wine and cook it down for about a minute. Now, as you can see, we have this flavorful, rich stock pot right next to us. The idea is that we're going to slowly cook this down over the course of about 20 to 25 minutes. We're going to ladle in this stock one ladle at a time until it's all absorbed and the rice is tender. Turn the heat down to medium-low once you've added in the stock and let this simmer, stirring frequently. If it's a little too hot like mine was, just set it off the burner and let it cool down for a bit. We really don't want it too terribly hot. I'm also going to add in some more fresh cracked black pepper and then a pinch of salt. Now, when the rice starts to absorb the liquid, we're going to add in one ladle at a time. And to tell if your rice needs more liquid or not, you can simply take the back of your spatula and scrape the bottom of the pan. Back up really quickly, then you have plenty of liquid. If you can see the bottom of the pan for a second or two and it sort of slowly oozes back together, then it's time to add in a little bit more liquid. We're going to repeat this for the next 20 to 25 minutes until the rice is nice and tender. When we have about 10 to 12 minutes left, we're going to toss our chicken in a pan over high heat with a touch of olive oil. Cook these thighs for about 5 minutes and then we're going to flip it. You should have a really nice crust like this. Cook it for 5 more minutes and then we're going to remove it and let it rest until it's time to slice. At this point, our rice is nice and tender. We're going to add in one little knob of butter and then we're going to grate in plenty of Parmesan cheese. Be sure to stir this really well and make sure the cheese is just really well incorporated into the entire dish. Now that it's rested for a bit, we're going to slice this chicken into strips. Once we do that, we're going to add our risotto to a plate and top it with plenty of this delicious chicken. Then we're going to add a little bit more freshly grated Parmesan to finish it off. All right, this looks amazing. And although it was quite a bit of work, and I told you in the beginning, this wasn't the easiest side dish, but this is well worth the work. Let's go ahead and give it a try. It's so creamy, it's rich. I love the garlic and the Parmesan. The black pepper and the crushed red pepper give it a little bit of a bite, and I love that. This chicken I know is good, but let's try it with the chicken. It's delicious. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Be sure to leave a comment letting us know what you want to see us cook next. And as always, thanks for watching.